All right, today let's talk about a secured, high-yield investment opportunity available right here in Metro Detroit that most people don't even know about, called private lending. How's it going? I'm Alvin, a real estate investor here in Metro Detroit. We've been flipping and rehabbing residential real estate throughout Metro Detroit for the last 8 or 9 years now. So what is private lending? It's simply when an individual provides funding for an acquisition or for the rehabilitation of real estate. Now that funding can come from liquid assets, but most people tend to leverage funds from their retirement accounts for these types of investments. Now I made this video because many people just simply aren't even aware that this type of opportunity exists. Now on top of that, there's a person that's really close to me that is right now working well into their retirement years that I wish I would have told about this years ago, namely because I know it could have helped them build their retirement nest egg so that they could have stayed retired. And as a result, I'm extremely passionate about informing people about this kind of opportunity. Now today I'm going to be focusing on private lending on rehabs or flips, if you will. The reason I'm focusing in on this particular format of private lending is because that's the format I'm most familiar with, primarily since rehabbing and flipping properties is something that we do and have been doing for so long. Now what's so attractive about private lending? The first thing I'd say is the high returns that you can make. It's common for private lenders to make anywhere from 7% to upwards of 15% returns on their investment in 3 to 6 months, sometimes 8 months or so. Something else people tend to like is the fact that you can physically see and touch what you're investing in, which tends to give people a sense of comfort as well. See, most private lenders in this flipping realm tend to invest in properties in their own geographical areas. In fact, most of the lenders we've worked with live in the Metro Detroit area, which allows them to physically see the property and the renovations while they're actually taking place if they want. Another thing that attracts people to this type of investment is the quick turnaround of the investments, which I kind of alluded to a few seconds ago. I mean, it's kind of needless to say, but people tend to like to get their money back quickly. Now again, when it comes to rehab projects, the turnarounds on getting the investment and profit back ranges from 3 up to the 6 to 8 month range normally. At the end of the day, that all depends on how long it takes to renovate and sell the property to a retail buyer. Another thing people tend to like about these investments is the kind of safety that's available from an investment perspective. I say that because the investments are backed by real assets. It's actually backed by the subject property that you're loaning the money regarding. On these deals, the subject property is the investor's security. Now I will speak more on it in a moment, but I put together a free guide on private lending, and in it, one of the several safeguards that I mentioned that protect your money is the 70% LTV or loan to value rule. Now this rule alone protects your money in a major way. Now the next thing that really attracts people to this business is the passive nature of it. When it comes to rehab projects, the lenders don't have to lift a finger. The lender doesn't have to deal with any of the day-to-day headaches involved with acquiring, rehabbing, and reselling the property. The rehabber does all that. Alright, so now let's talk about why Metro Detroit is such an attractive market for this type of business. Well, RealtyTrack, a real estate information company and a familiar name amongst real estate geeks like myself, did a study in May 2015 where they ranked and compared the top 20 flipping markets in the United States for different statistical categories during the first quarter of 2015. Now, one of the comparisons was a ranking of the markets where rehabbers made the highest average profits. They revealed that rehabbers that flipped real estate in Metro Detroit averaged the 5th highest profit margins of the top 20 markets ranked on that list. Now, why is that good news for private lenders? Well, think about it. If Metro Detroit rehabbers are ranking the top 5 nationwide in profits, that also means that there are pretty good opportunities in the marketplace for the people that could be lending and providing the funding for these kind of projects. Now they also rank the markets by how many of the total closings that took place during the first quarter of 2015 were flipped houses. They revealed that 6.5% of the homes sold in Metro Detroit during the first quarter of 2015 were flipped properties. Now that number put Metro Detroit into the 11th slot as far as highest ranking amongst the top 20 markets in the nation. That also offers some social proof by showing that there's already people moving and shaking, flipping properties in Metro Detroit. The question is simply whether you want in on it or not. Now, another statistic that really stood out to me was their ranking of the markets where the flips start and complete in the shortest periods of time. In other words, this stat identifies the markets where properties are bought, rehabbed, and sold to the end buyer in the shortest period of time. Well, on this particular stat, Detroit came in as the third fastest market. That stat is basically saying is that during the first quarter of 2015, anybody that loaned money on those flips that took place in Metro Detroit got their investments and profits back faster than 85% of their counterparts that loaned on similar deals on any of the other markets mentioned on this list. Now, if you'd like a more detailed explanation of how private lending on rehab deals works, I suggest you get a copy of my free guide entitled How to Make Money Without Doing Anything in Real Estate. Now, in the book, I reveal stuff like how to set your private lending business on autopilot if you have a busy schedule, how to find rehabbers and borrowers that know what they're doing and that you can trust that will, as a result, make you money, over 15 ways to protect your investment capital in this business, and even how to leverage this business to boost your retirement nest egg. Again, as a gift from me to you, I kindly invite you to click on the link in the description box below to download your free copy of that guide. Furthermore, if I can be of any assistance, feel free to give me a call at 313-923-7253. Or maybe you're interested in this and would like to know what the next steps might be to get involved in making money as a private lender. Either way, again, feel free to give us a call. Now, as I close, if you found this video useful, please do us a small favor and just click on the like button for this video below. All right, I'm out of here. Alvin here signing off. Thanks for watching this video and happy investing.